What's up, guys? Welcome back to A Trucker's Life. I'm Jorge Navarro. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel. If you've already been subscribed, welcome back, guys. And as you can see, today is a day that we got the white stuff coming out of the sky. So we're going to be extra careful. We're starting off the day. When I got here, it wasn't snowing. And as the night progressed, it started snowing, and now it's pretty much full-blown snow. I mean, it's not bad. It's just a little bit of snow. But nonetheless, it's already accumulated on the roads. So we're going to be extremely careful out here on the road. And if it gets too bad, what are we going to do? We're just going to stop, call it in, say we're going to be late, and just reschedule, because there is no load more important than your life. And that's just across the board. So we're just going to be careful. We're going to keep it slow, no rush anymore, because we got inclement weather, and it is what it is. We're here. This is what we have to deal with. But if it gets too bad, we're definitely going to stop. I don't know if you guys see my partner over there, the big old white Beethoven dog. I've been kind of walking around out here for a while. He's been kind of, watching me and stuff, but he won't let me get too close. But I think that if I get too close to that guy, I'm going to end up, he can pretty much eat me alive. He's just a big old dude. But anyways, let's get on the road. Hopefully we're going to be safe. And then as soon as I turned around and looked, there was a big rig tow truck that went by. Signs, maybe? I don't know. Let's get on the road. All right, guys, the trick here is going to be basically getting out of town. I think the roads might be a little better as we get outside of town. And, but like I said, we're going to play it by ear. And if it gets too bad, it gets too bad, and we're just gonna call it a day. I mean, it sucks, but that's just the way it needs to go. Got to be responsible for ourselves and those around us out here on the road. So that's a big one. But yeah, woke up and it was this white, Christmassy looking. I know Christmas is way gone, but kind of the Christmassy looking out here. This is the first real snow that I've actually seen in quite a few years. Well, I'm lying. I saw a pretty good snow last year, but I didn't drive in it. But this is the first really good one that I'm going to be driving in for in a while. So hopefully we're going to keep it safe. Make sure that we stay on the road. Like I said, no rush. This young rookie driver earlier. Look, I've got my wheels turned all the way to the right, and my truck just won't turn. So earlier I had a young driver, looked like a pretty young driver, came up and asked me, how are the roads? And I was like, I stayed here all night. I can't really tell you how the roads were. And he's like, should I keep going? And I was like, well, I mean, you just got to feel it in your gut. If you think you don't need to keep going, then you don't need to keep going. A lot of times we don't listen to our gut, and we end up getting into situations that could be very, very dangerous. But it's important to listen to little signs that the man up above is giving us. So I'm not slipping as I take off. I'm not slipping, and then again, I'm not really pushing the truck. I'm not giving it big acceleration, just because that wouldn't be a good thing, losing traction. So we're just gonna take it easy. I need to get over to the right lane where it's the more traveled path, and that's basically what you need to do if you've never driven in this type of stuff. Is you need to make sure that you are in the path that is more traveled, because that's where the road's going to be a little better. Now, the drawback on that also is that it's more compacted, so it also could become a slippery situation. But when you're driving in the area that hasn't been driven on at all, you don't know what's there. So, there's that. There's that element. Really beautiful, though. Here in Cuba. This is Cuba, New Mexico. Right now we're about to go over the big Rio Puerco, which is a river, but I've never really seen water in it, as there is none in it right now. Maybe a little trickle down at the very bottom, but not much. But yeah, just a white wonderland out here. Had a couple of trucks parked there where I was parked last night. Usually that's one of my spots, and that's one thing that I always try to do to make sure that I always have my spots, my main spot and then my backup spots. I always have at least 2 backup spots and 1 main spot that I have kind of my goal to get to that day. Now today, this situation is way different. So there is no really goal spot. This is just trying to make it to as far as we can make it. And because I don't know what the weather's going to do. So yeah, it's a pretty steep little hill right here, but we should be fine. I don't know if I should turn on my lock in my axles, my differentials. Guess I should have done that sitting still. Alright guys, so we're gonna keep on going, and we will catch up to you guys here a little later. Fails to have people that are in a big rush to get somewhere, and it could potentially put other people in danger, as those two just did. Well, they didn't put us technically in danger, but they are going pretty fast, and then going around us here, knowing that the conditions are as bad as they are right now. So I don't know. To me, like I've said, and you're probably going to hear it a lot on this video, none of this stuff that I'm hauling is more important than my life or the life of those around me. The worst thing that could happen is I could get let go. They could break my contract and I can get let go. It's the worst thing that could happen. But as far as I know, this company, I've been with them for a little under 5 years, or a little over 5 years. They've never pushed me to do anything unsafe. So I'm pretty sure they'll back me up. If I tell them, I call them, I'm going to stop, I'm pretty sure they will definitely say, hey, if you don't feel safe doing it, just don't do it. Because they know of the liability that could come after, something bad happening. So, those are companies that I like working for, is companies that actually understand. Whenever I first started my trucking career, I worked for companies that didn't care. Basically like the little short that I uploaded. When did I upload that video? A few days ago. If you haven't watched it, go check it out. I think it's titled "No Load is More Important in Your Life." So, I worked for carriers that didn't care. No matter what, you needed to get there. And I put myself, as a rookie driver, I put myself in a lot of harm's way. Check out the plows coming through. Always cool to watch the plows coming through, and it's always good that they're out here, because we know they're out here cleaning the road. To all the plow employees, I don't know if you're ever going to watch this video, but thank you for what you're doing right now. Appreciate you putting your life on the line for us to be out here doing our thing. But anyways, back to my story. So when I was working for these carriers that really didn't care anything about your life, all they wanted was the bottom dollar, or all they cared about was money. Um, they would push me hard, and I didn't know any better. I was naive. I was like, I'm gonna prove them that I can do this. Um, they're gonna always take care of me. They're gonna always have my back, and that's never the case, guys. I mean, it's very, very seldom that that's the case. That companies, whenever you go above and beyond, and then some little thing happens, they'll just get rid of you as soon as they get a chance. Unfortunately, but that's how it works. And I like I said, I used to put myself in harm's way. One of the biggest things that I remember me doing is driving from South Texas. I don't even remember the mileage anymore. It's like 20 something, like 24, 25. I'll look it up and I'll put it right here. I remember driving from South Texas, which McAllen, Texas, all the way to Salt Lake City, nonstop, just straight through. No matter if it was raining, snowing, icy, we kept on moving. Like I said, I was young and dumb, and I wanted to prove something. And at the end of the day, none of that even mattered. So there's one thing, guys, you rookie drivers out there, do what you have to do. Do your job. That's the main thing. Do your job. Do what you're supposed to do. But as far as letting anybody bully you to do something that you don't feel safe doing, then that's not the company for you. Those aren't the people for you. Because if that company is going to push you and bully you to do something that's completely unsafe, it's not worth even working for them. So yeah, guys, I put myself in a lot of bad situations. Thank God, and we're gonna knock on wood that we're we're gonna be okay. We're gonna continue pushing forward, but not pushing it. We're gonna continue pushing forward, and if it gets too bad, then we're just gonna stop. So let's mosey on along, and we'll catch up to you guys here in a little bit. All right, guys, so we are actually in Houston, Texas. I didn't continue filming the rest of the trip. I did make it to Green River when this whole video started. I made it to Green River, made it to my goal. I did record something. I'll put a little bit something here where I did record a little bit, but unfortunately the audio didn't pick up, and there's no audio on that, so I couldn't use it. But just wanted to let you guys know I did make it all the way to Salt Lake City. The mountain did have some ice. On Highway 6, I did go over, deliver, come back, and I caught a little more ice in between Cortez and Monticello again, even though it was sunny out, and the roads weren't that clean yet, and there was still some ice. Other than that, everything went pretty smooth. Now, as soon as I get done getting my ISO taken off here here in Houston, I'm going to run over to drop off the chassis at the yard and then drop off the truck at the shop. The truck has developed a small oil leak on the oil pan gasket, so we got to go get that addressed. And also having developed a small leak on my one of the hoses, or one of the fittings that goes from the engine to the heater core. They are made out of plastic, and I bought the new revised version, which are made out of brass, so I'm gonna go ahead and get those installed at the same time. And that's it, guys. That's it. That's been this whole trip, and hopefully you guys learned a little bit of something, got a little bit entertained. And the big takeaway of this whole video is there's nothing out there that's more important in your life, especially not one of these loads. Make the decision and stick to your guns on the decision. Make the phone calls. 90% of the time, your companies are going to totally understand what you're out here dealing with, and they will agree for you to go ahead and shut down and reschedule your delivery. All that can be done. For those companies, that 10% that does not agree with you, or or does not let you shut down, that's not a company you need to work for. You need to be gone out of there, because they do not care for you and do not care for the people around them. All they care for is the bottom dollar. We all need to make money. Trust me. As bad as it's been here for me right now, we all need to make money. But there's no sense on trying to make money if you're not even here to enjoy it or to give it to your family, because you're not going to no longer be here, or making a bad decision, or letting somebody pressure you to make a bad decision. So that's the takeaway of this video, guys. If you guys take anything away, guys, I really, really, really would love it if you guys hit that thumbs up. If you subscribe, I'd love it even more if you subscribe and hit that thumbs up. All of that is free. I'm not asking for any money from you guys, but I do ask, if you do get any value from my videos, get that thumbs up and subscribe. That way we can get this community growing even more. And maybe one day, hopefully in the near future, we can start doing some actual traveling and seeing other truckers in other countries, how they do their job. But I greatly need you guys' support as far as just subscribing and hitting the like and the thumbs up, and share the video. That being said, guys, thank you guys for being here, for joining me once again. Those of you that are new, welcome. Like I said at the beginning of the video, if you've already been here, thank you so much for always being here for me. And don't forget to comment. See you guys on the next one. Peace. We're out of here.